guided on what you are saying in terms of the order paper and the communication you are to give is because we are in a house of records, Honorable Speaker. And when a paper is laid, Honorable Speaker, it becomes a record of the House, and we will stand guided by your communication. Honorable Speaker, it is also worth noting, I have gotten communication from some members of the committee that there is indeed also a minority report, and I want to beg that you also allow those with a minority report of that committee to table so that it also becomes a record of the House, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
You see, just a minute, but in the meantime, I refer again members to the order paper. And if you have seen the order paper, you will notice that many of these amendments that have been proposed by members are in the order paper and therefore will be conversed. So the issue of the committee report is really neither here nor there, because we cannot again send a matter to a committee and guide them on how they want to proceed. Once it comes here and we are sure that it is not, we would not want to take it, we simply have it as information for members. So there should be no issue at all. Just a minute. I am on the issue of the Honorable Ishungwa, I am trying to confirm the minority report. And minority report is always tabled together with the report. So for as long as it is part of the report, then you can discuss it at the committee stage. So I'm going to confirm that now. All the members, just relax. We are looking at it very keenly. So I have to confirm that. So, honorable members, give me a minute to confirm the attachments there and see whether it is part of it. So, honorable members, the report is being photocopied. I'm informed that the minority report is part of the report. And in fact, the members who so that should not be an issue at all. So we'll go to the next order because we need to progress. We need to progress, honorable members.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, questions and statements.
So, honorable members, before we move to the next order, order the honorable, who is that member? You know, I cannot be able to clearly, who is this member? Order. Yeah. Order, Honorable Peris Tobiko, I understand you cannot, but let me not say what I wanted to say. Just take your seat. Now, order members. So, honorable members, before the House proceeds to consider the business appearing as order number 8 in this morning's order paper, being the consideration of Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 56 of 2021, in Committee of the Whole House, I wish to guide the House with respect to amendments proposed by individual members to the said bill. Honorable members, it will be recalled that following the many amendments whose notice had been given by various members during our last special sitting of 22nd December 2021, I did invoke provisions of Standing Order 131 to refer these amendments to Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs for harmonization through a process commonly referred to as in parliamentary jurisdiction as winnowing. Essentially, since the Committee of the Whole House stage has very minimal debate, winnowing accords members with amendments an opportunity to discuss their proposed amendments at the relevant committee and attempt to harmonize them. with a view of recommending to the House which various proposed amendments should be accorded priority in the Committee of the Whole House. Indeed, in many instances, we have witnessed committee incorporate individual members' amendments as part of committee amendments after winnowing process. While some members opt to drop their proposed amendments as part of the compromise, they drop as part of the compromise. Regrettably, honorable members, I am informed that by the chairperson of the committee that while some members attended and discussed their proposed amendments with the committee, a number of other members either failed to turn up or left meeting before going through the harmonization process for reasons other than, or the other, for one reason or the other, despite the opportunity accorded to and directive of the Speaker. Since all members ultimately retain the right to have their amendments published in the order paper for decision by the House, it is for this reason that I direct that amendments by all members be published in the order paper, including those that appeared not to have undergone the harmonization process. It is notable that despite this shortcoming, some of the amendments proposed by those members have been carried by the committee or leader majority party in the same form or in a modified version. Honorable members, it is further notable, as indicated in the order paper of today's morning, that the member for Lugari and the nominated member, the Honorable Godfrey Ososi, gave respective notices of withdrawal of their proposed amendments to the bill during the winnowing process, which took place yesterday, 28th December 2021, at the County Hall Mini Chamber, and was facilitated by the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs pursuant to provisions of Standing Order 131. So, honorable members, I must reiterate the need for due legal and procedural consideration by all members when proposing amendments. Instructively, it is noted that some of the amendments offend the provisions of Standing Orders 133(5) in that they propose to unreasonably or unduly expand the subject of the bill, which in such amendments can only be proceeded with in accordance to provisions of Article 118 of the Constitution on public participation. As you may have noticed in today's order paper, the clerk has included a disclaimer subject to provisions of Standing Order 133(5) where necessary. As such, honorable members, I wish to guide the House as follows with regards to the amendments and those whose notice of withdrawal was given. 1, given the respective notices of withdrawal and amendments proposed by the Honorable Ayub Savula and the Honorable Godfrey Osotsi will not be considered by the Committee of the Whole House. 2, the proposal by the member for Kikuyu, the Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, to insert new clauses 19A, 25A, 25B, 26A, and 26B. The member for Kilifi North, the Honorable Baya, to insert the new sections 19A, 25A, 25B, 26A, and 26B, and the member for Dagoretti South, the Honorable John Kiarie, to amend clause 20 in entirety and insert new sections 19A, 19B, 19C, 26B, and 26C, are all seeking to establish the Political Parties Registration Board and the Office of the Chief Executive Officer of the Board, alter the manner of appointment of the officials, and amend the terminology referring to the Office of Registrar to the Chief Executive Officer. I noted that these proposals fall short of the requirements of Standing Order 133(5). These are new amendments that ought to undergo public participation as required by the Constitution. Given the far-reaching changes envisioned therein, and having gone outside the scope of the bill as printed, I therefore direct that the Committee of the Whole House shall not consider the proposed amendments to clause 20 by Honorable John Kiarie and insertion of clause 19A, 19B, 19C, 25A, 25B, 26A, 26B, and 26C as proposed by the Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, Honorable Baya, and Honorable Kiarie, respectively. My decision on these new proposals also accords with various similar rulings by the Speaker and court judgments with respect to scope of amendments to a bill. particularly with regards to the need to show that the provisions of Article 118 of the Constitution on public participation in lawmaking is actualized. 3, with respect to amendments proposed by the leader majority party, the committee chairperson, and 15 other members as listed in the order paper, and there were no such disclaimer is given, the amendments will proceed in the usual manner during the committee of the whole House. So, honorable members, I wish to report that my office is in receipt of the amendments proposed by the honorable member for Belgut, the honorable Nelson Koech. One of the proposals in his amendments was to seek to amend clause 1 of the bill to change the title of the bill from the Political Parties Amendment Bill to Political Parties Coalition Bill. I disallowed that particular proposal of the amendment since there is no law called Political Parties Coalition Act. Therefore, the proposed amendment is technically inadmissible. The House and the members are accordingly guided. And before we go to the next order, honorable members, I want to confirm that the minority report is under chapter 5 of the report that has been tabled. So it is confirmed. So, next order.
Order number 8, Committee of the Whole House.
Order, members.
Honorable members, order. Order, members. Honorable members, we are now in Committee of the Whole House to consider the Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 56 of 2021. Honorable members, I would just like you to relax. I would like you to relax, honorable members. Take your seats. I know there is quite a bit of excitement around this particular business, but it is our business. This business belongs to this House, and it will be dealt with in accordance to the rules of this House. So, honorable members, just relax. I will endeavor to be as fair as possible to all the members that have something to say to this business. Honorable members, just before we commence, yes. So I'm sure that all of us are prepared, and we are now about to start to deal with this particular business. Very well, members. Now, taking into account the enormity of the business that is before us, but it's just normal business, I want to give this guidance just so that everybody is on the same page. And we'll be allowing probably about 4 members to make contributions on every item that will be before the House. 4, so that we shall have at least 2 from each side.
at least 2 from each side. And then once we do that, if there's anything, then we'll give the business to the House to make a decision one way or the other. So we shall be fair.
Clause 3.
I propose that clause 3 be part of the bill. There is a proposed amendment by the Honorable John Mutunga and another one by the Honorable Alice Wahome. We shall take off with the one by the Honorable John Mutunga. And the direction is that if the one by the Honorable John Mutunga succeeds, then the one by the Honorable Wahome will be dropped. The Honorable Mutunga, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to move my amendment. It's clause 3. Honorable Speaker, my amendments in clause... Honorable Chair, my amendment basically looks at clause 3, especially section 4A. I propose that we add the word equity through. Honorable Speaker, if we read that particular clause, it does not seem to bring the meaning. And I wish to read that particular clause, Honorable Speaker. Clause 3, section 4A. Section 4A, Honorable Speaker, reads like this: that a political party may recruit and so on and so forth. I'm talking about C, Part C. Part C reads promote representation in Parliament and county assemblies of women, persons with disabilities, youth, and so on and so forth. Honorable Speaker, I believe, Honorable Chair, I believe what we are trying to promote here is equity in representation.
The Honorable Chris Wamalwa, hold your horses. Let him finish moving. I'll allow you to speak after he finishes moving.
Honorable Chair,
proceed.
What we are promoting here is not representation. We are promoting equity through representation. That is why I'm proposing that we add the ones through representation immediately after the word promote, so that it will read promote equity representation in Parliament and county assemblies and so on and so forth. Because if you look at the different categories of representatives mentioned there, we are talking about equity, and the word equity is missing. So we are not promoting representation. We are promoting equity by picking relevant numbers of people of different categories so that they may be represented in this particular case. Honorable Speaker, I've also proposed some amendments in Part B, 4B. Honorable Speaker, 4B speaks about several reservation of the name, symbol, and slogan. Honorable Speaker, I propose that we also add the dominant color of the party. Parties are identified by colors. If a dominant party, if we look at party like ODM, ODM is identified by orange. Jubilee is identified by red. Wiper is identified by white, and so on and so forth. If we leave dominant color, there is a likelihood that people will take up other parties' colors later on, and we can have confusion. Honorable Speaker, we want to identify a congregation by colors. Any meeting that we shall have out there, or when the members of our party are meeting, they need to be identified by color. And that is why I'm proposing that we add dominant color as one of the, what is supposed to be launched with the registrar of political parties. So in all situations where we are referring to the slogan, the symbol, and where we are referring to the slogan, the symbol, and the name, we also add dominant color. Honorable Speaker, I submit. Honorable Chair. Sorry.
Honorable members, Honorable Chris, just hold your horses. Let me propose, then you can move your... Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the Honorable John Mutunga. The Honorable Chris Wamalwa, you had a point of order before we kick off.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, mine was a very simple seeking your direction, because the way the order paper has been rearranged is not in that logical flow. So my humble request was when a member is proposing an amendment, it will be neater to cite the page so that members can be able to follow. It was as simple as that, and that's why point of orders, Mr. Chair, they normally take precedence. I've struggled, but in the long run, I've realized it was page 1660. That's what I meant, so that members can be able to follow and be able to debate accordingly.
That is okay. That is in order. We shall now have contributions. The first one will be by the Honorable Wandai Opio, member for Ugunja.
Mr. Speaker, even before I make any comment on the Honorable Mutungi's proposal, Mr. Chair, you know, we all agree that we are at the committee of the whole House. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, extraordinary times call for extraordinary measures. Mr. Chair, if we are to go by what has just started, then considerably we will not be able to finish. My suggestion is, why can't we go by the amendment proposals as they appear on the order paper, without having to call upon the proposer to read it and explain? They are self-explanatory, Mr. Chair. We can all understand what the
Honorable Wandai.
Yes.
This is just the advice of this chair. All the amendments that we are considering here are listed in the order paper. If you have a copy of the special sitting order paper, you will see they are there.
I can see them.
And we'll just follow procedure. We will not be afraid to sit here until midnight if we have to. Don't be afraid.
I'm guided.
Yes.
But having said so, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, the proposal being put forth does not make sense. And in my view, because there is no way you will have every party having a dominant color, because these colors are also not infinite in number. So parties will share colors one way or another. Parties will share colors. So with due respect, I oppose here.
The next contribution is by the Honorable Kositani, member for Soy. The member for Soy.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I think for us to be able to proceed, Mr. Chairman, we'd ask that you put the question. Yeah. Put the question.
Put the question that we move. Put the question. Honorable members, is it the mood of the House that we put the question on this? Honorable members, the Honorable Member for Soy has requested that we put the question on this. Is it the mood of the House that we do so? Will as members of that opinion say aye? Will as members of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, let's hold your horses. Order. The member for Dagoretti, South.
What was the question?
Honorable members, order, members. Order. Yes. Honorable members, the honorable members, just hold your horses.
Honorable members, order. Order members, order members. Order members. The Honorable Kamket. Honorable members, let us have order. This is the direction, honorable members. The question that was put, honorable member, the question that was put was this. The question that was put was this, on whether to put the question on the Honorable Mutunga's amendment. So now we shall proceed to now consider the proposed amendments by the Honorable Mutunga by putting the question on it. What the Honorable Kositani had requested was for the question, whether the question should be put, and that is what this chair did. So now we shall proceed to put the question on what the Honorable Mutunga So, honorable members, just hold your horses, and this chair will be fair.
So now that's that question.
Now, honorable members, now listen. This is now the question. This is now the question. This is now the business. This is now the business. The honorable members, this is the question now. And it is for the members now to make a decision on it. Just retain your seat. I am on my feet. I now proceed to put the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the Honorable John Mutunga. Will as members of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as members of a contrary opinion say nay? The nays have it. Honorable members, honorable members, the members who voted yes have raised the numbers for division. We shall now proceed to division. We shall now proceed to vote by division. You have the numbers. So we shall proceed to vote on division.
The procedure is the procedure we followed last time.
Honorable members, we shall have tellers. We shall follow the procedure that was followed in this house last week. Just prepare yourselves. The division bell shall be rung. I direct that the division bell be rung.
The Honourable Member for Luanda, Honourable Chris Omulele, currently chairing the committee stage of the Political Parties Amendment Bill, has ordered that the bell be rung to allow members to vote on an amendment proposed by Tigania West Member of Parliament, John Mutunga. There has been divisions in the House as divergent factions objected to the ruling of the Speaker, of the Chair rather, that ruled that the nays had their way in the amendment by the Tigania West Member of Parliament. The MP sought to have clause 3 of the bill amended
The ayes side should give us 2 tellers. The nays side should provide us with 2 tellers. So immediately after 5 minutes, I want to see 2 tellers from the ayes. I want to see 2 tellers. I want to see 2 tellers from the nays.
Ordering that each side proposes 2 tellers. This is to allow for the voting process to kick off. This followed a dispute that led to a division on this particular amendment by Honorable John Mutunga for Tigania West. And in his amendment of Clause 3 that is sought to be harmonized into the bill, the MP was proposing that in the section 4B, dominant color be inserted after the word symbol on the marginal vote. In his amendment, the MP says that if parties are allowed to sort of have dominant colors as their symbols, that would lead to political parties capturing and taking the dominant colors of other political parties. It is an amendment that has been voted for vehemently before the floor of the House, with the UDA allied member of parliament voting yes, while the handshake team opposed that particular amendment. There are also other amendments that were shot down in the ruling by the Speaker, and one such amendment was an amendment proposed by Dagoretti North Member of Parliament, that is John Kiari, that had proposed that the Political Parties Amendment Bill be chaired or be led by a chief executive officer. That was a proposal that was shot down at the committee level and also in the Speaker's communication this morning. Members of the National Assembly are currently aligning themselves into different factions, waiting for the roll calls to get to vote on that particular amendment by Honorable John Mutunga. Further amendments and provisions into the Political Parties Amendment Bill 2021 is an amendment by Honorable Joseph Limo, who intends to move an amendment on the Political Parties Amendment Bill 2021 that is currently at the committee stage. That Clause 8B of the bill be amended in the proposed provision by deleting the word 6 and substituting therefore
The division
with the word
bell
3.
time has lapsed. I want to see the tellers. The tellers. Honorable members, the Honorable Pukosa is one of the tellers, and the Honorable Washiel and Gladys Cholet for the yes. They have tellers for the nays. The member for Teso South and the other one. The other one for the nays. They are all here. Honorable members, let us make progress. Order, order members. Order, order. The member for Kikuyu. the member for Kikuyu and the member for Kajiado. Let us have order in the House. Order, order members. Members, we are now ready to vote. Yes. So members, we will now proceed to vote. So you write the names? Yes. Eh? Yeah. Yes. Yes or no? You just come and say your name and you vote. Yes. So honorable members, order. Honorable, the members who are on the gallery. The Honorable Wangwe. Let us proceed to vote. Honorable members, voting is going on. You just come forward and vote. It will be recorded. Whichever. Honorable members, the yes is on my right here. The no's are to my left here. Yes to my right here. No's to my left here. Let us vote. You give your name and you indicate the way you are voting. The yes are to my right.
The voting is currently underway. This is the voting on a proposed amendment on Clause 3 of the bill by Honorable John Mutunga, the MP for Tigania West. And currently, members have aligned themselves to yes and no side. This is following a dispute on the vote that was put by the chair of this particular session, that is Honorable Chris Omulele. And Clause 3 of the bill proposes to insert a section on the role of the political parties, including the recruitment and enlistment of members, mobilization of citizens and decision-making, insertion to also provide for a new section for the reservation of a name, slogan, and symbol of a particular political party for 90 days. And in the proposed amendment by Honorable John Mutunga, he proposes that Clause 3 of the bill be amended in the proposed Section 4A by inserting the word equity through immediately after the word promote. The MP proposes the insertion of the words dominant color immediately after the word symbol. He also proposes that the words dominant color immediately after the word symbol in Clause 1, and insertion of the same dominant color immediately after the word symbol, where it appears in Clause 2 and further in Clause subclause 3. This is an amendment that has been received with diverse reactions among members currently in the chambers that led to the directives given by the Speaker, which were that the nays took the day, being contested by the opposing side that feels that the ayes have it, leading to the division bell being rung for 5 minutes to allow for members to sort of align themselves with either the yes or the no side, and to allow for the roll call be taken. And that particular amendment will be decided on by the number of votes each side will have garnered by the end of this particular exercise. So currently in the chambers, members of the National Assembly are enlisting themselves with the clerks of either side to ensure that they are enlisted on the side that they have taken this morning. Honorable Robert Pukose, then Honorable Benjamin Washali, the MP for Mumias East, are some of the clerks for the yes and the nay side. There was also a proposal before the floor that an MP does not get to highlight what he proposes in the amendment, and that the House moves to vote on the amendment as it appears on the order paper. And the Speaker ruled that the House is accordingly guided and it will proceed as it had started on the consideration of the 27 amendments on the Political Parties Amendment Bill, and will conclude on it as it is, and will have to stay as late as it might require the House. There is a couple of amendments proposed by different members of the National Assembly. And just to highlight some of the new clauses in the report by the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee is that the Leader of Majority will be seeking to move the amendment to the Political Parties Amendment Bill at the committee stage by inserting new clauses immediately after Clause 2. This is an amendment of Section 3, number 11 of 2001, that Section 3 of the Principal Act be amended by inserting the following subsection immediately after subsection 2. that a citizen of Kenya who has attained the age of 18 years may, subject to the provisions of the Act or any other law, join a political party. This is upon A, payment of the party's membership fee and complying with any other requirements as prescribed by their political party. Clause section of the bill proposes an amendment to section 26 of the 2011 Act, providing for the insertion of a new subsection immediately after subsection 1. And this will allow the monies to be allocated to a coalition of a political party distributed by the registrar. This is in accordance with the coalition agreement. Subsection 3A, a party agent, a contracted person, or any other person in furtherance of the objectives under subsection 1, after the word staff. Under the new clause 22, there are propositions that the bill be amended as proposed in section 38C by inserting subclause immediately after subsection 5, that notwithstanding the provisions of subsection 5A, a person may only participate in the nominations of a coalition of a political party if such a person is a registered member of a political party forming the coalition political party. Business in the chamber is ongoing, and members continue enlisting themselves onto either the nays and the yes side. This is in regards to an amendment to clause 3 as proposed by Tigania West Member of Parliament. Clause 10 on the propositions in the new proposals is that a political party shall, before expelling a member under subsection 1, notify that particular member in writing. This is in regards to the provisions allegedly contravened and the particulars of any conduct related to the contravention. Part 3 says that the party shall inform the member of his or her right to appear and be heard before the relevant organ of a political party, either in person or through the legal representative. Section 3 proposes that the party shall afford the member the opportunity to be heard within a period of not less than 90 days from the day of that particular notice. This is in regards to a proposal that a party might or is given rights to expel one from a political party membership list if they happen to support ideologies of a different political party. A party holding an elective position who is expelled from a political party under Section 3 shall continue to hold office. This is for the remainder part of his or her elective term, independent of any political party. And the expulsion from a party of a person elected to Parliament or to the County Assembly shall continue or shall constitute a ground for the recall from office of that particular person. The voting is currently underway in the National Assembly chambers, and 2 members of each side are currently the tellers at this particular stage, basically taking the roll call and enlisting the members of each particular side. You will remember that this is a voting stage on the proposal to amend Clause 3 by Tigania West Member of Parliament. Proposals by Dagoretti North Member of Parliament, Kilifi North Member of Parliament Owen Baya, and Kikuyu MP to have the political parties amend an act led by a chief executive officer was dropped by the chair.
Janet ameenda wapi? Janet Nangapo. Yes. Wapi Nangapo? My name is Aden Duale. In 121. Because 120, this 121.
The conclusion of the voting process is currently underway, and what is happening is tallying and confirmation that each side has its numbers. That will be followed by the announcement of the chair of this session of the Committee of the Whole, who happens to be Honorable Chris Somulele. There are tellers on each particular side, led by Honorable Peter Mwathi, the MP for Limuru, Robert Pukose, the MP for Endebess, Benjamin Washali, the MP for Mumias West, and Jeremiah Kioni, the MP for Ndaragwa. Those are the 4 tellers on either of the 2 sides, and there appears to be some jubilation in the House, and we shall be waiting for the chair to make the communication as to what side has carried the day.
Honorable members, just hold on. You will dance. Just hold on. Honorable members, resume your seats. We have closed the voting. The tallying is going on. We will be delivering the decision as soon as the tallying is done. Just resume your seats. Honorable members, just hold. Everybody go back. Go back. Go back. The member for Alda, you are out of order. Go back to your seat. Go back to your seat. Honorable members, retain your seats. Go back to your seat. Acha mchezo. Resume your seat. The honorable nominated members and go back to your seat. The honorable Kabebea, resume your seat. Resume your seat. Resume your seat. Sergeant at Arms, remove these members back to their seats. Tallying is going on. Once it is completed, we shall make a pronouncement on it.
The tallying of the votes as casted by members for either yes or the no side is currently underway in the chambers, and this happens to be the committee of the whole stage where members are voting on division. This follows some disputes on the way the House voted on the proposed amendment by Tigania West Member of Parliament, that is Honorable John Mutunga, that sought to have amendments on dominant colors in a political party. The person chairing this particular session, Honorable Chris Omlele, who happens to be the Member of Parliament for Luanda constituency and a member of the Speaker's panel, has directed members and warned against early jubilations, and he says that tallying is currently underway. The tellers for each side are currently computing the numbers, and the final number will be announced by the chair as soon as that particular compilation is done. The 4 tellers for the yes and the no side are led by Honorable Peter Mwathi, who happens to be the MP for Limuru, Robert Pukose, the MP for Endebess, Jeremiah Kioni, the MP for Ndaragwa, and Benjamin Njomo Washali, the MP for Mumias East. There is jubilation on the floor of the House, this even as members who happened to be the tellers for the yes and the no side continue to arrive on the final tally. This is of the number of MPs who have voted for the either yes or the no side of that particular proposal. It is a mixed mood for the House as the House considers the Political Parties Amendment Bill. This is an amendment bill sponsored by the Leader of Majority. It is a bill with about 27 clauses that seeks to propose various amendments. Proposal number 1 and 2 that has sought to change the meaning of the Political Parties Amendments Act of 2011, and also another amendment by MP for Dagoretti North that has sought to include the position of Chief Executive Officer. This is for the political parties, was scrapped off by the committee and the Speaker, respectively. Tallying is underway in the chamber. And the final tally in regards to how members have voted on that particular amendment. It is an amendment number 3 will be made by the chair this morning. Some of the proposals that were made by Kilifi North Member of Parliament in regards to Clause 19 is the establishment of Political Parties Registration Board to be a body and a corporate body with perpetual succession and a common seal. The MP had proposed that the bill and the board shall be capable in its corporate name of suing and be sued, taking, purchasing, or otherwise acquiring, as well as holding, charging, disposing of movable and immovable properties. The board shall also be entering into a contract, have powers to borrow and lend money, doing and performing all such other things and acts necessary for proper performance of its functions under this act, and which may lawfully be done or performed by the corporate body. Executive Officer shall be responsible for the management of the day-to-day running of the board, and those who are some of the amendments that were shot down at the committee stage.
Where has it ever happened?
Honorable members, return your seats. Resume your seats. Honorable members, resume your seats.
Honorable Chair, the division on that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the Honorable John Mutunga on counting manual, ayes 123, nays 118.
Yes, resume your seats. Honorable members, order. Order, 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 order. Order, members. Order, members. Order, members. Yes, this is the business of the House. And honorable members, decisions in this House will be made by the votes of the members. Now, just hold on, just hold on. Just hold on. Hold your horses. Just retain your seat. The honorable member for Turkana, this is not a war zone. This is a debating chamber. Just retain your seat. And I want to advise you, the honorable member for Turkana South, even if you jump 20 meters into the air, you will not scare me. The business of this House will be done. Honorable members, this is the direction. Because the virtual vote was not displayed in this House, it will not count for this particular round. So therefore, I'm directing the office of the clerk, because virtual voting is part of the process of this House. But because it was not displayed, because, just retain your seat, member for Met. Because it was not displayed, it will not count for this. And therefore, the vote as it stands now, this is the vote as it stands now. The ayes 123, the nays 118. The ayes have it.
And we move on to the next clause. Turn your seats. Honorable members, let us take our seats. Honorable members, please take your seats. The members on the gangways, kindly take your seats so that we can make progress. Honorable members on the gangway, the Honorable Momanyi, member for Borabu, the member for Borabu and the member for Kilifi, the Honorable Jumwa, kindly take your seat. Sergeant at Arms, please assist the members on the gangway to take their seats. The Honorable member for Borabu, the Honorable Jumwa, take your seat so that we can make progress. So we are moving on to the next one. Anyone? We are now allowing the Honorable members, we shall now consider the amendment by the Honorable Wahome, member for Kandara. The Honorable Alice. The Honorable Alice, can I see you? The Honorable Alice. The Honorable Alice, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, noting the fact that the Honorable Mutunga's amendment has gone through and it was adding value to the clause, I wish to drop my amendment.
Very well, the Honorable Alice. The Honorable Sankok, what is out of order?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the COVID protocol have not yet been reviewed. Here we are a breeding ground for COVID-19.
The Honorable Sankok, yes. Can you lower your...
No, I cannot lower because I've seen Babu Owino. I cannot lower my crutches. I've seen Babu Owino around. And he can again run away with my legs, so I have to protect my legs today.
You are protected by the Speaker, the Honorable Sankok.
Mr. Speaker, if you can protect me.
Just lower your
you will protect me.
Yes, you are protected. You are
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Very well.
So, because of COVID-19, Honorable Speaker, the protocols have not yet been reviewed. Here we are overpopulated, and these members will go back to every corner of this country, and now this one is a breeding ground for COVID-19, Honorable Speaker. We risk, Honorable Speaker, adjourn, Honorable Speaker, adjourn, Honorable Speaker, adjourn, Honorable Speaker, adjourn, Honorable Speaker.
The Honorable Sankok, retain your seat. So we move to the next one. Honorable members, now we take the vote on the clause 3. Now that the Honorable Alice has withdrawn her proposed amendment, I now put the global question that clause 3 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye! Will as many of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Good!
Clause 4.
Division. Good. Let us vote again. Tuendelee bwana. Tuendelee.
So hata wao wanakuwa wanapitisha.
Tuendelee bwana. Wacheni maneno mingi. Milio jambo. Wacha hii maneno. Kaa chini. Tuendelee bwana.
Honorable members,
Babu Owino, don't come closer to me.
that was a
Stay
global
there.
question on...
Speaker, you have not ruled on my point of order. You have not ruled on my point of order. Honorable Speaker, adjourn this house. Honorable Speaker, we will kill Kenyans. The blood of Kenyans will be in your hands, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, adjourn this house. Rule on my what I have ruled, Honorable Speaker. I have requested for a ruling, Honorable Speaker. Rule on my...
Honorable members, clause 3 has passed with the amendments proposed by the Honorable Mutunga. We are now moving on to clause 4. I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. There is a proposed amendment to clause 4 by the Honorable Alice Wahome. The Honorable Alice Wahome.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Noting that I have withdrawn, Mr. Chairman, yes, noting that I have withdrawn my amendment in clause 3, I wish also to withdraw the proposed amendment to clause 4 because I wish to withdraw the amendment because it relates to the question of symbol and slogan, which has already been passed through clause 3. Thank you. So I now withdraw that one.
Honorable, the effect of the withdrawal of the proposed amendment by the member for Kandara is that clause 4 then has no amendment to it. I'll therefore now put the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many as the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And the Honorable Sangok, you cannot say nay and no at the same time. You have to choose one. But it is well. It is well. Let's proceed.
Clause 5.
I propose the question that clause 5 be part of the bill. Now, honorable members, on clause 5, we have proposed, just hold on. I propose a question that clause 5 be part of the bill. Honorable members, clause 5, we have 4 proposed amendments to this. There is a proposed amendment by the Honorable Aden Duale, the Honorable Didmas Barasa, the Honorable John Mutunga. These are basically the same, speaking to the same. But the one by the Honorable Soro is proposing to delete. So if the one by the Honorable Duale goes through, the ones by the Honorable Didmas Barasa and the Honorable John Mutunga will fall. So we shall start with the one by the Honorable Aden Duale. The Honorable Duale.
Chair, first I want to ask the clerk is here that let us use the register that we use. We should not, not writing names. We should use the list of members alphabetically. We will not write names. That one, Chair.
The Honorable Duale, just move your amendment.
No, Chair, before I move my amendment, I have asked for the procedure you didn't give me. I want you to rule on that. The clerk is here. That we all...
The Honorable Duale, move your amendment.
No, I'm saying, no, Chair, I'm saying, Chair, we want fairness. I'm only asking for something very small. Since the 10th Parliament, members will use the register that is available, not on a paper. We can't write names. You must rule on that. If you rule on that, I will move my amendment. My friend, very relax. Yeah, we cannot allow this house to use a full schedule. The rules, I'm not going to move my amendment.
The Honorable Duale, move your amendment.
Chair, I have all the rights. Before I move my amendment on procedure, I want you to guide the House. Chair, it is my right, and the clerk is here. It is a simple matter. It's a simple matter. Let us use the procedure we have used. It's a parliamentary procedure. Just rule on that. I move my amendment, Chair.
The Honorable Duale, I presume that you do not desire to move your amendment.
No, it's not the case. It's not the case. It's not the case. Chair, I have a lot of respect for you. I have a lot of respect for you, Chair. I have a lot of respect for you. I'm only asking for that simple thing, and then I move my amendment.
Give me the standing order. Sit down. The Honorable Ndindi Nyoro, resume your seat. The Honorable Duale, move your amendment.
Chair, as you decide and make a ruling, I stand to move that clause 2 of the bill be amended. And Chair, you also need to guide me. Do I move 2A and 2C together, or I move 2A?
The Honorable Duale, it is clause 5.
I'm saying clause 5. Do I move?
Yes.
Okay, clause 5 is only one.
Yes.
Chair, I beg to move that clause 5 of the bill be amended by deleting paragraph A of the proposed bill. Chair, clause 5 of this bill seeks to amend section 6 of the Political Parties Act to provide for the application of a professional registration, and which must be accompanied by a statement on the ideology of the proposed political party. And Mr. Chairman, the law does not work in retrogressive. So I am speaking for those Kenyans who have an intention for many years to come to register a political party. This bill, Mr. Speaker, in clause 2, has defined the statement of ideology to mean a statement setting out what they call doctrine, what they call ethical ideals, and what they call principles of the party. Mr. Speaker, in the absence of a definition of what a doctrine means, in the absence of a definition of what of ideals of a party means, this clause is subject to abuse and can be used by the registrar to deny the people of Kenya and to deny the rights given under Article 38 of the Constitution on political rights, and this negates the principle and the spirit provided for multipartyism in the Constitution. And based on that lack of definition and threshold, Mr. Speaker, my amendment, and follow with clause 7 of the bill, I move and ask the House to agree with me, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Duale. I will allow 2 members to contribute, 2 from each side. The first contribution will be by the Honorable Kingola Macau, member for Mavoko. He's not in the house. We shall now have, he's here. Proceed, the Honorable Macau.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, given to the history of this country, when I look at this bill, Mr. Speaker, it's going to heal the problems that parties are facing. And Mr. Speaker, when I listen to Honorable Duale and speaking of the register of political parties, Mr. Speaker, I oppose that amendment.
The Honorable Gashagwa Rigathi. Just hold on, leader, just hold on. We are all in the house. The Honorable Rigathi is there.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, we are in support of the amendment. Thank you.
Just hold on. Leader of majority.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to oppose this amendment because, honorable members, we are trying to create political parties that have a certain ideology, that have a certain direction, and for us to be taken back to the dark days when parties sprang up without any ideology except some sloganeering in the public rallies is what we want those sloganeering to be put within the ideology of the political party so that people can know whether to relate with the party or not. I beg to oppose and ask the House to oppose this amendment.
The Leader of Minority, the Honorable Mbadi.
Mr. Chairman, this amendment must just be opposed and defeated by honorable members. Mr. Speaker, a party, anyone wishing to form a party in this country must be clear on the ideologies and principles of that party. That is a problem that we have been having, where people form briefcase parties without even thinking what they stand for. And I want to oppose and ask all honorable members that this is something we must all defeat. Thank you.
The Honorable Cheptumo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I arise, Mr. Speaker, to support this amendment. Mr. Speaker, what is raised by Honorable Duale, Mr. Speaker, is critical. Mr. Speaker, this is a house that are supposed to pass laws that are going to live beyond our time. Mr. Speaker, when you talk of an ideology, of a political party, Mr. Speaker, and this bill does not define what that ideology is, Mr. Speaker, and that is why, Mr. Speaker, it is important that we don't allow this amendment. Mr. Speaker, I support this amendment so that, Mr. Speaker, if it is drafted in a manner that can be able to define, then it could be a different issue, Mr. Speaker. I oppose. I support the amendment, Mr. Speaker. I support. I support. I support.
Very well. Very well, the Honorable Cheptumo. Honorable members, the Honorable Duale rose on a point of order on the procedure on voting here. I just want to respond to him and allay that fear. The honorable members, you will recall that the substantive speaker here made a determination that voting on this particular business here during this special sitting would be by the manner that was adopted in the voting here. So I have got no authority to change that. So we will continue with the voting the way it was done last week when the determination was made and the way that you have voted. So, honorable members, we know each other here, and I think this is our business. We will proceed. Now, allow me then to now put the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Duale. Will as members of that opinion say aye? Will as members of a contrary opinion say nay? Honorable members, let's just have a retake. Let's have a retake. I think it was too close for my ears. Let me put this question. Let me have a retake on it. And this is the question. That clause 5, just hold your horses. That clause 5 be amended as proposed by the Honorable Duale. Will as members of that opinion say aye? Will as members of a contrary opinion say nay? The nays have it. The ayes, you have the numbers to force division, so we shall go to division. Now, honorable members, I direct that the division bell be rung for 3 minutes. And honorable members, please remember to wear your mask throughout. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Honorable members, we will vote by the numbers that are here in the House. The bell to ring for 3 minutes.
Honorable Speaker and the chair of this particular session, Honorable Chris Omulele, has ordered that the bell be rung for 3 minutes, and this also necessitates the closing of the doors of the chamber to allow members inside the chamber at the moment to vote on yet another division. This is on an amendment as proposed by Garissa Township Member of Parliament, that is Honorable Eden Duale, on the amendment of clause 5 of the bill. In the bill, the bone of contention here is the proposal that there be an insertion of a new paragraph immediately after 5D, that the proposition may be accompanied by a statement of the ideology of a proposed political party, and subsection 5B in subsection 3 by inserting the words and the slogan immediately after the word symbol. There was some mixed reactions. This is regards to the way the House voted in regards to that particular proposed amendment, with the Speaker ordering that each side has the numbers to force for a division. In the memorandum of the bill, clause number 5 proposes for the amendment of section 6 of the Act to provide for an application for the provision of registration shall be accompanied by a statement of ideology of the proposed political party. And the bone of contention here is that a member seeking to sort of form a political party should stand with the ideologies of that particular party he or she is seeking to form.
So let us proceed and vote, honorable members.
Members in making their contributions allege that the move, if passed as it is, will help cure the issue of briefcase political parties that sprout after every general election or towards a key general election. Alignments continue in the chamber as members yet again enlist themselves into either yes or the no side. There appeared to be somewhat some tie in the way the House had voted on that question put by the chair chairing this stage of the committee of the whole. And when the speaker ruled that the nays had it, the ayes, which are in support of the amendment, pushed for the division. Opponents say the bill does not define an ideology, and so it should not be a major part of the bill. They claim that the term ideology needs to be well defined in the bill. So those are some of the contentious issues in that particular clause, and an amendment by Garissa Township Member of Parliament, Eden Duale. And so yet again, for the second time, we are going to have a division on proposed amendment before the floor on some amendments on the political parties amendment bill. This is a bill number 56, a bill originating from the National Assembly. In the previous amendment on clause number 3, we had 123 against 118, and that was settled that way. And so, of course, members will be keen to see how the numbers are going to turn into this very second amendment that has pushed the House to the division. Amendments by Honorable Alice Wahome, the Honorable Member for Kandara, had to be withdrawn. She purposely withdrew her amendment, bearing in mind that the amendments were just somewhat supporting amendments on Clause 3 as proposed by Tigania West Member of Parliament. Tell us on either side of the political divide remain the same. We still have Honorable Peter Moadhi for Limuru MP and Endebess Member of Parliament, Robert Pukose, and Benjamin Washali, Member for Mumias West, and Jeremiah Kioni, Member for Ndaragwa, as tellers of the either yes and the no side. This is in a move to have members enlist themselves and ensure that the disparity in the way members voted on the unison call gets to be settled, as the numbers will determine what side carries the day on that particular amendment by Garissa Town Member of Parliament. This clause 5 of the bill provides for amending of section 6 of the Act to provide that an application for the provisional registration shall be accompanied by a statement on the ideology of the proposed political party. And the issue here being that any person seeking to form a political party should be able to stand with the ideologies of the party in which they seek to form. In objecting to that particular proposal, MPs led by John Badi, who happens to be the leader of minority in the National Assembly, as well as the leader of majority in the National Assembly, that is Honorable Amos Kemunya, objected to that proposal, saying that if passed, the move will not cure the issue of briefcase political parties that sprout years to a general election. Those objecting to the proposal say that the move will enhance political discipline in political parties and reduce cases where members jump from one party to another in the event they are disgruntled and end up forming political parties. The business of the House is currently ongoing. Members of the National Assembly still listing themselves on either the yes or the no sides. And this is in regards to the proposals by Garissa Town Member of Parliament on the provisions of the statement of the ideologies on the formation of proposed political parties. So far, we have seen members allied to some particular factions aligning themselves, and this is to ensure that each part of the political divide carries the day in this very crucial Political Parties Amendment Bill 2021. This happening to be a very crucial moment for the House. And this will be key on how the country proceeds to the 2022 general elections. This is a bill that might see the House sitting for until probably the late hours in the evening, as the new clauses in the 27 clauses must be considered and voted on by the House. And in the event that division arises, then the process will still be the same, where members will continue enlisting themselves to confirm the numbers on either side. We are currently on clause number 5. Members listing their names on either of the sides. Member for South Mugirango, Honorable Silvana Sosoro, intends to move amendments to the Political Parties Amendment Bill 2021. The bill is currently on the committee stage. The member for South Mugirango seeks to have that a proposed coalition party shall deposit a coalition agreement with the registrar for the registration as a coalition political party. Clause 6B, upon the receipt of the coalition agreement under subsection 6B, the registrar shall publish a notice in the gazettes and in at least 2 newspapers with nationwide circulation, inviting objections from either of the persons concerning the registration, this is of the symbol, relating to the registration of a coalition party. And further, in subsection 6B, deleting and substituting, therefore, with the following subsection, that the registrar shall within 14 days, these are days of deposit of a coalition agreement for the formation of a coalition political party, issue the coalition political party with a certificate of full registration. Previously, the provisions provided that the alteration contemplated under Section 1 shall be dealt with in accordance with the constitution of the political party, and the political party shall inform the registrar in the manner in which the objection was dealt with. And whether the registrar is satisfied that the political party has compiled the provisions of this section, the registrar shall, within 14 days after the notification, this is under Section 3A, notify the political party in writing that the change, amendment, or alteration has been made to the constitution of the political party. A definite and defining mood for members.
Ndio hii.
Iko tayari. Okay. Haya, kwa sababu wakunyasi. Yes. Sababu wakunyasi ndio. Haya. Honorable Nixon Kuri. Kwa maombi. Huyu alikuwa maombi Josephine. Mas Barasa ameandikisha? No, bado hajafika. Okay. Washali bado tunahesabu. John Duale. Ndio ule. 136, 150. Wako 150 hapa. Hii ndio. Let's take some. Hapa mbele.
Honorable members, kindly resume your seats so that the tellers can go to the band and come and report the result. The tellers, honorable members, kindly give the tellers leeway so that they can come and report. Order members, order members. The Honorable Tiren and the member for Tintret. The tellers, proceed. The tellers, you can now report. Give him the mic.
Honorable Chair, the results of the division on the clause 5 that be amended as proposed by Honorable Aden Duale. The results are as follows. Ayes 136, noes 150. Abstentions, nil.
Honorable members, order, order, order. Honorable members, those members who are dancing, we have a long way to go. Why are you dancing when the music has not even started? Sit down. We have 100 clauses to go. Why are you dancing about one clause? We have a whole day to work. Honorable members, the result, the division on clause 5 to be amended as proposed by the Honorable Aden Duale. The ayes 136, The noes 150. The noes have it. Let's make progress, honorable members.
Clause 5 as amended.
And now,
Clause 5 has not been amended.
honorable members, the result of that decision is that the proposed amendment. Yeah, let the doors be opened. The proposed amendment by the Honorable Dinwas Barasa and the Honorable John Mutunga failed. Honorable members, the result is that clause 5, I now put the global question that clause 5 be part of the bill. Will as members of that opinion say aye? Will as members of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Let's move. Yeah?
The best thing is to go to division now. Don't go for lunch.
The honorable members, the ayes, you have the numbers, you will again go to division. So I direct that the bell be rung for 3 minutes. The bell to be rung for 3 minutes. Honorable members, order. Order. Resume your seats. The bar to be drawn so that we can take the next division vote. Honorable members, resume your seats. Resume your seats. Order, 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 members. You count. Resume your seat. You count if you want. I want this thing to be done. Order. Order members, order members. The Honorable Kaluma, just relax. You will dance if at the end of the day, if you will. Let us have the yes here and the no here. Sergeant at Arms, let us have the division. Sergeant at Arms, let's have the division. This is a global question. There's no amendment. Yeah? To be part of the bill. Yes. Yeah? Yes. Yes. They said no. Yes. 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 Honorable members, just hold on. Listen to this guidance, okay? This is the guidance. This is what we are voting on. There was a proposed amendment by the Honorable Duale to clause 5, which was rejected. Now, what you voted on was the global question on whether clause 5 should be part of the bill. So that is the question that you have now raised division on whether clause 5 should be part of the bill. That is the question. So that is the question that we are now voting on. So the no's will be here and the yes will be here on whether clause 5 should be part of the bill or not. So yes is to my right and the no's are to yes is to my left, the no's will be to my right. I'm on my feet. So let us vote. Can I have the tellers? not have people standing behind the speaker. Stand on that side. Stand beside. If you are not part of the tellers, stay on that side. Get from behind that side. Let's continue voting. We'll do that in the afternoon. Let's continue. Because if you don't vote, it's still a vote. Yes, we are sitting down. Boss, we vote, then we approach the substantive speaker after. Yes, then we vote on this side. On the substantive speaker, the afternoon.
Chair, we are not the number that you are saying. We don't have a voting register this house. Chair, unajua itakuwa ni shida kwa sababu tunaenda kotini.
Umevote. So umevote.
Umeshaandika. Unadai tutakuja imesi.
Anwali umevote.
Very good.
Hey!
An iPhone. Okay. Wengine wameenda wapi? About five. Umeandika Duale bado. Hata watu wanatoka nje kwenda kufanya nini? Four people. Wewe Kodoshi umevote? Four people. Sehemu watu wengine wameenda wapi na watu vipi hapo kutafuta moja akifika. Sasa mwenye alikuwa alikataa. I want to check. I want to check. Ukimaliza kazi yako. I want to check. Yeah.
1. Honorable members, order. Let's return our seats.
I want to verify.
Members, please return your seats. The tallying is going on. The tellers are here. They are doing their work. But members, please return your seats so that we can make progress.
You said somebody swear and affidavit in the partition. I swear we do. There is no okay. Like this color. Like that.
Yes. That is class 5 to be part of the bid. Honorable members, order. Tellers can now retreat to the bar and report the result of that division. Proceed. The tellers.
Honorable Chairman, these are the results of the voting on the division that Clause 5 be part of the bill. Ayes 153, nays 134.
Honorable members, order, 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 order. Honorable members, the member for Kisumu, resume your seat. Resume your seat. The member for Konoin, the Honorable Brighton, resume your seat. Honorable Yegon, resume your seat. Honorable members, on division that Clause 5 be part of the bill, the vote is that the ayes 153, the noes 134. The ayes have it. Honorable members, just listen to me for a minute. Honorable members, we have a long way to go. It is not a celebration of anything. This is a lawmaking process. Let us just be a little orderly. I will therefore now call upon the bar be drawn and the doors be unlocked. And I now call upon the mover to move reporting. The mover. The mover.
Relax. Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 56 of 2021, up to clause 5, and its approval thereof with amendment, and seek leave to sit again today. Honorable members, it's approaching lunchtime, so we need to report progress. We need to report progress to the main House, and then so that we can have an opportunity to break and have the next session at 2:30. This is purely procedural, because if we don't do this, we will end up not having to break, and the next session has to start. So I beg to move, Honorable Chairperson.
I put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 56 of 2021, up to clause 5, and its approval thereof with amendments, and seek leave to sit again. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Sit. Chair.
Order, members. The Honorable Mariro, proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the whole House has considered the Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 56 of 2021, up to clause 5, and approved the same with amendments, and seek leave to sit again.
The mover. Honorable members, resume your seats.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I also request the Honorable John Buddy to second the motion for agreement with the report of the Committee of the whole House.
The Honorable John. Honorable members. The Honorable Sankok, resume your seat. The Honorable Sankok, sit down. The Honorable Sankok. The Honorable Sankok, you are out of order. Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I now put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Will as members of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as members of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, it's been a tough morning, but we have weathered it. Honorable members, the time being 1:45 p.m., this House stands adjourned until today, Wednesday, 29th December at 2:30 p.m.
Kimunya. We, Kimunya.
Nobody is engaging in much Amazon.
To reveal a dossier kept for 5 years. Gugi, a former Class 4 dropout, gave